Hello everyone, welcome to Carrie's Crochet and Craft. My hobby room is a complete mess right now. I am revamping it a lot. I want to start taking pictures of the stuff that I've made in order to list them online, and I need space to do that. And I have no space in my room. So I mentioned last time I have a bunch of clothes from a boutique that I ran for a little while. Basically just one where you go to events. It was kind of like, what's the one, LuLaRoe, but it was by somebody else, Agnes and Dora, if you'd ever heard of them. So I was with them for a while, and then I went off and started sourcing my own clothes from various designers and whatnot. So anyway, that didn't really work out for me very well, and so I've had all these clothes hanging around, and I've had them hung up on a rack, taking up precious space, and I've just gotten tired of it. So I've boxed up all of those clothes, and I'm gonna move them along. And so now I have more space for my yarn. So I've been just organizing things in the back corner. And once it's all nicely done up, or at least better done up, I'll take you guys back there and show you. For now, this is an update of what I crocheted this last week. I'm a couple days late. I know. I'm sorry. Life was just, I don't know, kind of wacky there. Didn't really feel like doing a video on Sunday. My husband was sick this last week, and so of course when one person in the marriage is sick, a lot of the other responsibilities that I don't normally have to do fall upon me, and so that kind of zapped my energy as well. So anyway, it's all good now. We're all better and getting back into the swing of things. So I did crochet last week, but it wasn't as much as I was normally doing. So let me show you the things that I was made. Of course, you know about the scarf. I'm still working on that, but I'll show you the other things that I made and how many skeins that I used. So, oh, that belongs up here. Okay. Sorry, I forgot one item in my box. All right, so I went back to making one of my not Forever Fleece blankets, but the Bernat blanket yarn blankets, which was like these right here. And this is the color scheme that I chose this time. It's I think it's school bus yellow with, I don't know if that's almond maybe, and then I don't know what color this is. But that's the color, kind of a yellow, tan, and dark plum. And when I was making this particular blanket, I was realizing I wasn't following the directions of this particular blanket to the note. So with all of these that I have been making from this pattern, the pattern design I thought was 2 half double crochet, chain 2, 2 half double crochet. Excuse me. I just had a baby chick hatch. Oh, that reminds me. Okay, I'll finish talking about this. Apparently a baby chick just hatched out. So anyway, I was looking at the pattern and I was realizing it's actually 2 half double crochet, chain 2, 1 half double crochet. And it's fine doing it this way. It's just the V-stitch or whatever. I just never realized that the pattern I was following actually just had, for the second part of it, was only 1 half double crochet. So I made this blanket that way. It's lighter. It doesn't use as much yarn, obviously, but it is also then a little bit shorter and not quite as wide. So I think I'll make them this way though, because I do like that it's a little bit lighter, even though it's a little bit smaller. I think it's okay to be that way. So anyway, I made this one, and I'm not sure, let me look here if I finished any of the colors, because I know these blankets do not use up all of the colors. Oh, it's not beige or tan. It's actually seagull gray. And I did use up, between this and another project, I used up the whole skein of that. So I did use up a skein on this blanket and the next project I'm going to show you. So anyway, another one of these fleece blankets in yellow seagull gray, and then this plum color. All right, and again, I need to do the weave in the ends on that. Okay, in one of my box openings last fall, I opened up like a ton of blanket yarn, and there was a ton of like 7 skeins of yellow, and I was like, what am I gonna do with all this yellow? And so I'm sorry, I don't remember who it was. They shared with me a flower person pattern from Etsy, and I thought it was the cutest thing ever. So I bought the pattern, and I used the same colors from this blanket to make this little flower buddy. So in their pattern, they use the arms, they put them on the back of the petals so that they're hanging out here. And I didn't realize that, I guess, when I bought the pattern or was looking closely at it. I didn't realize that they put the arms out from the petals. And I suppose it looks okay, but when I was making it, I'm like, that just seems rather odd to put the arms on the petals like that. So I thought about putting them here, but then my youngest son came, and he helped me decide that right here, they should go right here instead. So my arms on my sunflower, or flower buddies, whatever they're called, they're going to be here instead of out here. Just in case you guys like this flower guy and want to buy the pattern, just know I'm doing mine differently than what the pattern calls for. But I thought he was so cute, and I love the colors from that, and this helped me use up the last of the gray on that. So then I decided to switch up with my yarns, and I moved to my where did I put them? Yes, the Cozy with the View, or sorry, Cozy with the Twist yarns. And I started making 2 jellyfish in 2 different colorways. So there you go. And I think I used a different size hook with one of them than with the other, because you can see one's a little bit shorter than the other. I think that's just a switch up in the size of hook I used. So I used up a skein each on these. There was some scraps left over for each of these, but of course they're just scraps. So I am counting it as using 2 full skeins, 1 for each of the jellyfish. Then I decided to go to some of my, it was the Dollar Tree just chenille with the what's it called, the can't even remember, it's the marbled kind, it's kind of the mix. Anyway, maybe you can see from here, I made 2 teddy bears, and these are called the leggy teddies. Somebody took the idea of the leggy froggies and they made it leggy teddies instead. My face is different. I think this nose I put a little higher. Yeah, I put it higher on this one than on the other one. So I'm not keen on this pattern. If you like it, just look up leggy teddy on Pinterest. I don't like it because with leggy froggy, the legs are kind of worked as you go, and with this pattern, it's not. So, yeah. Anyway, I'm not keen on this pattern after all. But I made a couple of them. It did not, however, use up a full skein. So, there you have it. Next, here we go. I decided to try out that big purse using, man, I didn't bring my patterns out here, did I? Shoot, I wanted to show you guys the purse. Anyway, there's this big purse made out of this really thick tubular yarn, and I thought that was really super cute, a statement piece for sure. So I bought some of this Cover Story Cozy Luxe yarn. I had it in brown, and it's a little bit smaller than the yarn that they used to make this purse, but it just makes a smaller purse. So I had 2 skeins of the brown, and I made 2 of them. So this one I ended up using this one I made first, and it took a lot of trial and error to figure out, you know, how many across I wanted to do and then how many up. And this is the size it turned out being, which is super cute. On this one, I ended up using a lot tighter of tension here, and so it is going to be a little bit taller. It is about just as wide, because I think I did the same number across here, but it's a tighter weave, and so it's a little bit taller than this one. You can see this one has bigger stitches on it. I think I like this better, so I think from now on I'm just going to try to keep it a little bit looser on that. So I made these two statement piece purses. They look a little plain to me. I was thinking of adding something to it, like maybe making a little stuffy and adding it to here, or making a ribbon or a flower or something to add some detail to that. If you have any suggestions, let me know, because I think they're really cool. But I just think, you know, just a little bit more pizzazz. What do you think? Leave some plain, add some to other things? Let me know. Anyway, that used up 2 more skeins of yarn. So I really didn't use up that much. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 skeins that were fully used up. I did, as I said, work on that fashion scarf, but I have not finished it because I'm kind of in a quandary. I had said I wanted to use up this ogo on the scarf, but it is already this long. I haven't measured it, but I'm pretty sure it's about 6 feet long or more already. So I would like some input. I had people suggesting that 6 feet was quite long enough. I think it is. But fashion scarves can also be really cool when, you know, you have it wrapped around your neck and it still hangs down like 3 or 4 feet. And even wrapping it around twice and then still having a lot. So what, oh, and here's the bright coral was a definite go for this. So I added a stripe already, and I will probably add one more, and then on this side where I'm going to do fringe on the bottom, so I'll probably add the coral to the fringe on this side just to add some on that side. So like I said, this is almost 6 feet already. I have this much left. So I'm thinking I cut it off and I make a second scarf using basically the same color. So basically I'd have 2 almost matching, but you know, they don't have to go to people who want matching scarves. I just have 2 scarves to sell. Or I can just finish this off and have a super duper long scarf. So that's my preference, I think, is finishing it off shortly, after maybe a couple other like more fun, like I'm finishing this off right now. I'm almost done with this boa yarn, so you know, I'll maybe do some more of this and then finish off a little bit of this, and then cut it off and then start a second yarn using the cream, this teal, and then back to this dark teal. What do you think? Well, let me know your opinions, your thoughts on the matter, because yeah, this is already super long as it is. So yeah, I still haven't used up any skeins of yarn though. Making this scarf, getting close. So a couple things. I'm super excited to announce my application was sent in and it has been accepted and I have paid. I am part of the Spring Fling officially. I am very excited about it, and I need to ramp up production now. That's kind of why I switched over to doing plushies instead of working on more blankets, although I want to work on a lot of blankets. But that's also why I made these purses. So I'm super excited to be a part of that. And if you're in the area, on Mother's Day weekend, stop by the Walla Walla Fairgrounds and come see me. Because I loved how these purses turned out, I actually went back to Walmart and I got some more of that, and I got one almost of every color. I think I left some colors behind. So I got some teal. These are $10.97, and then they were 25% off of that. Coupons were not working anymore, which I'm sure you've all heard the news that, of course, those 500 plus stores we already knew were closing, but now the other 300 are going to be closing as well. I had such high hopes that somebody would come along, or that Joann's was going to be able to work it out to keep those open, but sadly that is not true. Anyway, these were $10.97 on clearance minus 25%, so they ended up being like $8 something, I think. So I got this teal color. Yep, teal. I got, sorry, I don't have my glasses on, graphite and burgundy. And this green color, hunter green. And this is maple, a lovely kind of orangey brown color. Plum, eggplant color. And then this is a navy blue. What color? What color? Navy. I was right. Navy blue. And one more. I think it's, oh, I thought I got two navies. I guess not. I wanted to get like one of each color. I mean, this is a lot of colors, but I left some. This one is honey. So some of these I wanted to get two of, and then there was a couple blush, like dark and pink blush colors and a cream color, and I wanted to get them all, but the cost was getting up there. This was high enough. So I left the others there, and I only got one of these other colors, and I'm going to make more of these purses. So excited about that. And then that was the second trip I made to Joann's. The first trip I made, I got a few items. Okay, here we are. Oh, I have stuff falling all over the place. Feel like it. So yeah, a couple times ago I went to Joann's, and I had seen that they had a orange leaf online at our store, but I didn't realize it was not regular blanket yarn. It was blanket extra, but I picked it up anyway because I thought, and I picked up some of the cream color, I thought these would be really super cute to have a slightly larger version of my Highland cow. Since this is going to be the theme of the spring fling, I want to have lots of these little feathers. And I thought, well, let's just make some slightly larger ones with the extra, the blanket extra. So orange leaf and vintage white for those. And then when I took you guys there on a little tour, I had seen this, and I thought it was just gorgeous. This is Bernat Blanket, the super huge skein in Plum Harmony. I thought it was just beautiful, and it was still there when I went back, so I got it. And there are a couple different purples that will go with this, so I'll probably just make this into a blanket. I think it's super pretty. Then I have a cute sloth pattern that I found, and I didn't really want to make it in blanket yarn because I think the pattern is made in worsted weight yarn, and I thought making it in blanket yarn is going to make it really huge, and I didn't want to do that. But I've heard of the Big Twist Posh, and this is the perfect size as a size 5 weight, so it'll still be larger than what the pattern says with the, you know, what the pattern makes with the size 4 weight, but it'll be, you know, not as big as the blanket yarn. So I bought some different colors for the body, the eyes, and then the patch around the eyes. So then I can do a couple different colors of sloths as well. So I got a white, let's see, this is chocolate fudge, This is oyster mushroom. This is, just tell me it's white. Nope, whipped cream. And then, oh, okay, my eyes. Earl Grey, like the tea. And this one is vanilla bean. So these will make really cute sloths, I think. So now that I've shown these to you, I can actually take them inside and work on the pattern now. I've held off a couple days because I didn't want to get into these before I showed you my haul. So anyway, so this one and this cover story, these are so far my final hauls from Joann. Of course, it'll take them a while before they're finally sold out of everything. And when I went on Sunday to get the cover story, the yarns were still only 25% off. So who knows when they're going to lower the prices, but I mean, 25% off is a typical sale anyway. Kind of holding off for a larger sale, but then you know that when you start waiting that long, then the yarns and stuff are going to start disappearing. I also picked up some of this real leathercraft. Those booties that I have, well actually there's a baby mitten pattern that I've seen that uses this suede lacing as a tie for the little mittens, baby mittens. And I thought this would work really well for those booties that I've been making. So I had bought some like off the bolt that they cut for you. I got like 4 yards that way. That was pretty expensive. I didn't realize that they had these whole spools of 25 yards. Actually, it was pretty expensive at Walmart. It was like, not Walmart, Joann's. It was like $16.95 regular price, and then I got, you know, I think it was 30 or 40% off the leather. So it ended up not being terribly expensive. But I was just at Hobby Lobby, and they had spools of 25 yards for like $5. So I'm gonna go get it from Hobby Lobby whenever I need it again. They had other colors too. Anyway, I think that's all, except, let me show you. Come here. I've been hatching some of the eggs that our hens have been laying. This was the first little guy hatched. Girl. I keep calling them guys. This just needs to be a girl to lay eggs. I don't need roosters. But anyway, this one was the first one. Cute little guy. Hello. Girl. Cute little girl. Come here. Come here. And then this is the second one. And I think she must have gotten injured as she was coming out of the egg. One leg is just really, she doesn't want to put weight on it, you see. So I'm hoping that she'll get better. She's actually doing a lot better. She's able to stand on her other leg when she's not on my hand. She does get around. But yeah, I hope her other leg gets better and stronger. But anyway, I'm gonna go now because my son told me that, of course, there's another baby chick that hatched out. And when I left home to go pick him up from school, it had not hatched out. So I'm really excited about that. So we have about 11 hens and 3 roosters right now. Actually 4. Because one of the eggs that was hatched out last summer ended up being a rooster. So 4 roosters now. 10 hens. And with the price of eggs these days, we decided we're going to start building our flock back up. We used to have close to 30 hens and more roosters than we needed. So yeah, we're going to build our flock back up. And we're doing that by hatching them out. So anyway, thank you for joining me. We will see you next time. And make sure to comment about the scarf, what your opinions are on that. And we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.